Hello Internet, Shinko no Kitsune here, and we're going to talk about just some random ins and outs of Yu-Gi-Oh! I figured I'd make a video like this because I'm currently out of decks to make tech profiles on, i.e. I don't own anymore. But I am working on rebuilding like 3. Those should be Ghost Trick, one of my original decks, my actual second deck that died to Coca-Cola incident. Talk more about that later. Burning Abyss, I want to rebuild. That was my very first deck, and I actually had a lot of fun with it back when it first came out. And Trap Tricks, because they're getting support come July, and it looks like it'll be a really good deck again. It probably won't. I'm probably hoping in falsehood for that. Just like I'm still waiting on that Ghost Trick link. Hey Konami, hit me up with that, okay? Anyway, basic ins and outs. We'll start with archetypes. As we all know, an archetype is a overarching theme for a set of monsters. Most well known would be Red Eyes, Cyber Dragon, Blue Eyes, Harpy, Salamangreat, Phantom Knights, Burning Abyss, Gravekeepers, Gokis, Gem Knights, Heroes, stuff like that. Everyone's seen them, everyone's played them. Next, we're skipping over attributes and actual monster types because that would take way too long. We're also skipping over card types because we all know what those are by now. Link 6Cs, Synchros, Fusion. That's it for the extra deck. They have normal, regular effect. You have effect, non-effect for monsters. Then you have traps, spells, and that's kind of it. Excuse me. Now we're going to talk about, like, dueling itself. What makes a duel a duel? Is it just two people sitting down playing cards? That's just what people think. It's like, oh, it's just two people playing cards, that's a duel. Actually, there is so much more that goes into a duel that makes it a duel. You've got to think about, is it a casual duel? Or is it a competitive match? Are you just sitting around your friend's house, screwing about? Maybe you're playtesting? I don't know. Well, that's not so much a duel as it's just kind of playing the game. Now, are you at your locals for a tournament? Then those are duels. Are you at your YCS? Are you at your qualifiers? Things like that? That's a duel. That's definitely a duel. And duels have rules. You know, there's things you can't take back. You know, there's timing, there's have-to effects, can effects, there's mind games. You know, there's some people who are like, oh yeah, don't do mind games, don't be a dick, you know. Play honestly. I don't think that using mind games isn't playing honestly. Like, one of the most common things I've seen people do is they'll just throw down one card in the spell or trap zone, pass their turn. Sometimes that card is like a bottomless or a regular trap hole or a mirror force, something that will punish their opponent hard when they go in to make a really big play. You know? Sometimes that set card is a fog blade. I've ran into that so many times against Oracles. It's like, they won't open the nuts, but they'll open like a fog blade, they'll set it, and I'll go to make a good play. And next thing I know, fog blade, I'm like, well shit. Now what? What do I do? I wasn't taught how to handle this. Anyway, jokes aside. It's things like that that can literally decide an entire match. You know? Now, I'm not saying that, you know, you're going to want to fake it every time, because then that becomes what's known as a read. You know, I have a read for my final deck. if I have Destiny board, because I have slight OCD, I will always set it on the far left hand trap spellcard zone and spell it out. I don't know why I do that, but I do. I tried faking it out and it still got hit once, so I'm like, okay, it'll get hit either way. Generally, if I'm pretty sure I have a match locked down, I kind of smirk about it. There's another thing I wanted to bring up, and I know some people will be like, but Dante, but Shinku, that's not fair. You're tricking your opponent into acting how you want them to. Yes, I'm controlling the duel, which is a type of deck. There are decks called control decks. You have combo, aggro, control, stall, mill, burn. Can't really see it, but I'm holding up this. So let's see, you have aggro, combo, control, stall, mill, burn. I think that's it for the deck types. I'll go over each of those real quick just to fill out the time clock. Burn deck, you burn your opponent's life points with spells and traps. Combo deck is a deck that combos off of itself to get its win con. Usually that's also known as an OTK deck. Whatever you're going to do, you're going to do it one turn, you're going to get out your win con, and you're going to just win. Now, a lot of those are heavily seen in the YCS scene because they win games. Excuse me. For example, Sky Striker OTK, Cyber Dragon OTK, etc., etc., etc. Control decks, they control the flow of the duel. They are meant to control the board presence, control your opponent's board presence, you know. Basically, it's like being a dungeon master without the herding of cats. You're trying to control the entire situation. No, what did I say next? Oh, yeah, stall decks. Those are one of my favorites because sometimes you just know you're not going to be able to win the conventional way. So, you gotta run out that timepiece. And that's what these decks are designed to do. They're designed to allow you... You're still playing the game, mind you. You and your opponent are still playing. Moves are still being made, but a lot of stall decks fall into the control category because you're hampering the flow of the game to the point where you're either sitting trying to draw a card that you need, or you're trying to get so many turns, you're trying to get certain pieces of a certain monster, you're trying to get parts to a Destiny board. There are a lot of really powerful stall decks that don't just sit there jerking yourself off while waiting for time and round. Because that's not stall, that's just unsportsmanlike. Up next is... Let me think. Hold on. Thinking. Oh yeah. Aggro just punches you in the face. Enough said. You get out big BVB sticks, you try to beat your opponent down faster than they can beat you down. And then you have combinations of all these deck types. And they all just kind of flow with each other really well sometimes not so much. Moving on from that, things you should have with you when you go to duel. You should always have at least one deck, unless you're still deciding on which deck. In which case, dude, probably should have spent a little more time thinking about that before you left your house today. Anyway, you're going to want a playmat. Not just because it's, awesome to see what sort of things people will use for their playmat. Sometimes you get really cool things out of it. Sometimes people compliment your awesome playmat. Sometimes people look at your playmat and go, really? That's your playmat? Your deck box, obviously, you're going to want to protect these things. You don't want just a bunch of 60, 40 cards just sitting in your backpack. That's how cards get ruined. There's a reason people have common boxes and not rare boxes. Remember, that's another thing. You might want to bring a binder of trades. I always have my common box and my trade binder on me. Well, not if I'm not going to the shop, but if I'm going to the shop, I have those on me. Usually. 99.9% of the time. Sometimes I don't, because sometimes it's just there for a duel. And sometimes I bring more than one deck, because, casual matches can happen at the shop. You're just hanging out beforehand. Maybe I don't know which deck I'm feeling. Maybe I'll do a casual duel. I won't do so hot. I'm like, maybe not this deck today. And sometimes I bring a deck, like an extra spare deck, because someone will forget theirs. And they really want to play in the tournament, but they don't have their deck. So I'm like, I have this one. Oh, speaking of decks, Cubics is another one that I want to rebuild. That deck was fun. I'm an asshole for building that. Anyway. See, playmat, deck box, sleeves. Always want to try and have extra sleeves for your decks, because sleeves can rip. Sometimes the person's being malicious and they're trying to get a GL out of you, and they'll slam your cards together in a way that'll cause the sleeve to rip. Sometimes it just happens, Didn't realize your sleeve was facing the wrong way when you were shuffling it, and the lip of one sleeve caught into the lip of that one and they ripped. It happens. You don't want a game loss for that, But, also, if you're going to these events, don't be a dick. Shower, wear deodorant. Dress for the weather, definitely. If it's really hot out there, don't go in, a long leather trench coat. Unless you're me, then it's whatever, do it. But otherwise, don't do the dumb. I can't believe I'm about to go to the office, but if you ask yourself the question, would a stupid person do this? And the answer is yes, maybe don't do it. Also, keep an eye on your stuff while you're there. That's gonna be important, because I really hate saying this, but you can't always trust everyone. You're locals, you're hanging out with your friends, and you're just like, hey, watch my stuff, I'm gonna run over to the Taco Bell. And you come back and, certain cards on your binder are missing all of a sudden. And nobody knows what happened to them, and it sucks, but it happens, And I'm not saying that you can't ever not trust anyone, but I'm just saying it's always better to just take your stuff with you if you have to go run somewhere. Now, if you came in a group, and you're asking somebody from your group that you came with to watch it, they're more likely to be more trusting. But if you came on your own, you met up with some of your friends there, maybe don't leave your stuff with them. Let's see, what else? Make sure to eat and drink. Not alcohol or anything, but stay hydrated, stay refreshed, make sure you eat, because being hungry in the middle of a match, or you start smelling food because people will bring food into the shops, and the smell starts getting to you, you're gonna lose focus on the match. You start thinking, oh man, I really want McDonald's, or oh man, those tacos from Taco Bell down the street, I know they're gonna ruin my insides later, but they sound super good right now, And you're not going to really be focusing on your plays, on your opponent's plays. Instead, you're going to be focusing on that Big Mac you really want. And nothing kills your dueling prowess faster than a Big Mac attack. Anyway, that is literally everything I can think of to say on this topic right now. If you guys have any suggestions for things I might have missed, there's probably a lot. Leave them down in the comments section. I will catch you all next time. I've been Stinky no Kitsune. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can catch more of these awesome videos. If you like them, like them. If you don't like them, don't feel ashamed to hit the dislike button. It lets me know. If you have a constructive comment that's not about cat stabbing, because I get those way too much and I have no idea why. I literally had an entire video about how I don't stab cats ages ago. Might have deleted it at some point, don't know. Comment down below in the comment section. And if you have a deck profile you'd like to see me do, and once I actually have my computer again and can get to, you know, online matchups and stuff, and you want to see games, let me know. Let me know what you want to see. Because I am so far out of ideas, it's not even funny. Anyway, I'm Stinky no Kitsune. I'll catch you guys next time.